Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Triple H made it clear that something big was going to be starting this week from SmackDown. This comes after some major changes took place on last week's show. Over the course of the last several months, Tiffany Stratton has come close several times to cashing in her Money in the Bank briefcase, but it never really happened, at least until the first SmackDown of the new year. With Stratton apparently allied to Nia Jax, it was clear to everyone that the champion was manipulating her to protect her own interests from the beginning. With Stratton not really getting a chance to cash in, and Liv Morgan very protected given Dominic Mysterio and Raquel Rodriguez's presence, it was looking like the Money in the Bank briefcase holder had her work cut out for her. However, during Nia Jax's match against Naomi last week, she stepped in and managed to take advantage of the situation to fool everyone. She cashed in her briefcase and became the champion in the last minute to a raucous response from fans. Now, Triple H has heralded her win as well and announced that starting tonight, it would be the first ever SmackDown in Tiffy time. What changes will come as a result of this new era remains to be seen, but it's time for the reign of a new champion as WWE heads towards WrestleMania. She owned her moment and the world took notice. The first hashtag SmackDown and hashtag Tiffy Time begins tonight at August 7th. See on at USA Network. At Tiff Strattonwe. Fans will be waiting to see what this new era Triple H has spoken about will see change and how Nia Jax reacts. The atmosphere in the arena was electric as WWE SmackDown prepared for another high-octane episode. The crowd buzzed with excitement, anticipating what surprises the night might hold. The last week's events had shaken the WWE Universe to its core, with sweeping changes happening both behind the scenes and within the ring. Fans were still reeling from the fallout of those shocking decisions, unsure of what to expect next. The camera panned over the sea of blue-clad fans, all eagerly awaiting the entrance of WWE's Chief Content Officer, Triple H, the man who had reshaped the landscape of professional wrestling, taking WWE to new heights, stood poised to make another monumental announcement that would reverberate throughout the company. As the opening theme music faded and the lights dimmed, the unmistakable sound of the game's theme music blasted through the speakers. Triple H made his way down to the ring with his signature black leather jacket and a look of steely determination on his face. As he climbed the steps and entered the ring, the crowd erupted in cheers, though there was an undercurrent of nervousness. What could he possibly say next after the seismic shift that had already occurred in the previous weeks? Microphone in hand, Triple H took a moment to survey the audience, his usual aura of confidence emanating throughout the arena. Finally, he raised the mic to his lips, and the chatter quieted as the fans leaned in, waiting for the first words of what they knew would be a game-changing address. Ladies and gentlemen, the landscape of WWE is changing, and tonight, SmackDown will see the beginning of something new. The crowd reacted with a mixture of confusion and excitement, their minds racing to guess what Triple H was referring to. What could this new direction be? With recent changes in WWE management and a series of controversial decisions taking place over the last week, this announcement could be the catalyst for even more transformation. Triple H continued, his voice calm but filled with purpose. Last week, I made a decision that would not only change the course of SmackDown, but change the entire WWE landscape. Some of you might have been caught off guard. Some of you might not fully understand yet. But mark my words, what happens here tonight will leave a lasting legacy. The crowd murmured as they tried to piece together what had been happening recently. Rumors had circulated that Triple H was finally ready to take WWE in a bold new direction, one that would honor its history while embracing the future. But what did that mean exactly? Triple H smirked slightly, recognizing the tension in the air. You all want answers, don't you? Well, the truth is change is hard. It's uncomfortable. But in order to move forward, we must evolve. We cannot stay in the past, stuck in a loop of doing things the same way we always have. We need fresh faces, new ideas, and a renewed sense of purpose. And that's exactly what I've been working on. The game paused for a moment, letting the weight of his words settle. The fans in the audience were hanging on every syllable, trying to decipher the implications of what he was saying. "You see, SmackDown will no longer be the same," he continued. "I'm not talking about just new faces. I'm talking about new rivalries, new alliances, and most importantly, new opportunities. You've seen the way I've shaken things up in the past. And now, it's time for the next chapter." There was a shift in the crowd's energy. They weren't just intrigued now, they were invested. What was Triple H going to do next? What new things were coming to WWE, specifically SmackDown? And how would it affect the superstars they had come to know and love? "Tonight marks the beginning of a brand new era," Triple H declared with intensity. "The superstars who have been overlooked, the ones who haven't had their moment in the spotlight, you'll see them tonight. And I'm giving them a chance to show what they can do on the biggest stage of all. No more holding back, no more excuses. This is your time. This is your opportunity to make history." As the crowd erupted into cheers, it became clear that Triple H was not simply talking about cosmetic changes. He was promising a revolution of sorts. WWE was about to undergo an overhaul that would redefine what fans knew and expected from their favorite shows. The days of stale, predictable storylines and matches were over. The new WWE SmackDown was going to be something different entirely. The Hall of Famer took another pause before going further. "And speaking of opportunities, we have a few surprises planned for tonight. Some familiar faces will be here, and some new ones will be introduced. I promise you, the things you're about to see will blow your minds. But it's not just about who's here. It's about what they're doing, what they're fighting for." He leaned into the microphone, as if sharing a secret. "I'll leave you with one final thought. This isn't just about making WWE better. This is about making the entire industry better. It's about proving that WWE SmackDown isn't just the top show on Friday nights. It's about proving that it is the place to be in professional wrestling." The fans roared, some still confused, others exhilarated by the promise of a fresh future. What would tonight bring? Who would step into the spotlight? What long-hidden talent would emerge from the shadows? As Triple H exited the ring, he left the audience with more questions than answers. But one thing was for sure: WWE SmackDown was about to enter a new era. It was the dawn of a new chapter, one that would redefine everything fans thought they knew about the blue brand. The air was thick with anticipation as the arena prepared for the historic night to unfold. The superstars of SmackDown would have to rise to the occasion. Those who had previously gone unnoticed would now be given their moment, with the full backing of Triple H's vision for WWE. The path ahead was uncertain, but what was clear was that change was coming, and it was coming with a vengeance. Triple H had just made it clear: WWE SmackDown would never be the same again.